Does it bother you that they used to say listen to the science, and now that the science is saying something that opposes their brainwashing, now we're all supposed to believe the science is crazy? Maybe, just maybe, what we should actually do is look a little deeper into the procedures being used to create the science.
The procedures used to create science are what we call the scientific method. The problem is most Americans don't actually know what that is, and many can't even identify a hypothesis. And that makes us vulnerable to being misled. The scientific method is simply a systematic process for understanding the natural world. First, you make an observation, then you ask a question, you formulate a hypothesis, you test that hypothesis through an experiment, you analyze the results, and then you draw a conclusion. But importantly, one study isn't enough. Findings must be replicated, ideally many times by independent researchers, and if results can't be reproduced or different studies disagree, it means we need more research before drawing conclusions. What's amazing about the scientific method is it's transparent, measurable, and requires doubt and skepticism. You don't get to skip to belief, you have to earn it with evidence. And that's important because before the scientific method, humans relied on tradition, intuition, and anecdotes to understand the world. And for most of that time, for all of human history, until about the last 180 years, life expectancy was about 30 to 35 years. But the scientific method changed everything. In just the past 180 years, it's helped us more than double global life expectancy. It gave us vaccines, antibiotics, sanitation, clean water systems, insulin, radiology, targeted cancer therapies, and the ability to treat diseases that once killed millions of people. It also gave you the phone you're holding, the lights in your house, the coffee machine you made your coffee with this morning, and the refrigerator that keeps your food fresh. None of this came from instinct, ideology, belief, or common sense. It came from a process, a method designed to test what works and discard what doesn't. People misunderstand what it means to trust science. When scientists say that, they don't mean science is perfect or that it always gets things exactly right the first time. They don't mean that scientists are infallible or that our current understanding is the final word. They mean to trust the information we currently have because it was produced through the scientific method, which is the most reliable tool we have for understanding the world around us. It's about following a method that has delivered extraordinary progress over a relatively short amount of time. And it's true that it can be slow and often unsatisfying to people looking for quick answers. That's what gives it power, but it's also what makes it vulnerable to bad actors who prey on people searching for certainty and fill the gaps in our understanding with pseudoscience, including politicians who exploit low scientific literacy for their own political gain.